Hello again. It's Tuesday, the 18th. Always have to check to make sure of October. I'll start this one with greetings to my family. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, anyone who's watching. I'm related to. Hello, friends and extended family. Many of my friends feel like family. What prompted me to go ahead and get on this morning, and this is my routine, if I decide to do a video, I like to do it first thing in the morning. I just, do you all have a routine that you follow, generally speaking? Routine can be good, and breaking from routine can be good as well. I learned a long time ago, though, the power and the grounding nature of having routine things that you do and little rituals, just little things, the way you do them, can be really powerful in a grounding, positive way. I'm glad people are enjoying the singles. I'll show a few more. But if you've been following me, you notice that this is how I go. Generally, I'm going to show you what I'm listening to and what I recently bought, and then I'll go through periods where I was doing pulls for a while, and then I was showing my collection for a while. So I'll show some more singles while the iron is hot. How's that? But what prompted me to get on today was not that, but to share that I went to Homer's yesterday and I took some cassettes. I hadn't really thought about it before. I don't consciously collect cassettes, but I have a bunch. A lot of the collection that I have that I don't think I can sell is this esoteric avant-garde stuff that people send me that is really pretty much unknown, except in just very small circles. Even stuff like my own cassette release, Way Stasis, which came out through a company in a record label in Greece. In fact, hope they're doing okay. I actually heard from the label, and the fellow was letting me know that it's real tough times over there economically in Greece. I hope that people survive. So I was surprised at how much I got for the cassettes I took down there. I really thought maybe I'd get $40, maybe. I got over $100. I picked up a couple things and I ended up with credit. That's unusual to leave a record store with credit for me. So what did I get? I picked up 3 things. And the record that I saw in their used records update that I had them hold for me was this Deuter album. I've been after this for years. Deuter. This is early, and this is before he goes completely straight into the new age. This is psychedelic and cosmic rock. This is in the area of Tangerine Dream and Ashra Temple. Excuse me. This is pretty freaky. This is really good. And I've been after it, been waiting to get it. This is a second pressing. You can tell by the number. Cook. So I got that. I got this, but it turned out that when I got home, even though I looked on my Discogs, it still didn't show. I've got holes in my Discogs listing. I thought I didn't have it on vinyl. I saw that I had it on CD. Harold Budd, Lovely Thunder. So I grabbed it. It was under $10, which is nice. Records like this are still completely overlooked and undervalued by people who probably don't even realize that they want to hear this. It's just so beautiful. But it turns out that this is an upgrade. It's the cover is actually in better shape than my original copy, so I'll be trading that one out. So I got that. The other one I bought was a reissue of an old psychedelic album that wasn't high on my want list, but it was like, well, if I ever come across it, I'll grab it. The Zoo presents Chocolate Mousse. I went ahead and grabbed this yesterday. It's a reissue on color vinyl because, like I said, it's not one that's real desirable for me, but it's from the time period that, for me, it's like when, if and when I'm able to, I still want to hear these records and still want to own them, just because I want to. Of note, about this band is that the lead guitar. Remember when lead guitar was a deal, not just guitar, but the lead guitar. Howard Leese was the lead guitarist on here, who went on to play with Heart. I saw him with Heart, and then I understand he played with Bad Company and other folks. So that's what I got for my cassettes, and it was nice because the cassettes that I traded weren't anything that I had them. Hardly play cassettes, and it was like it was easy to let those go. And some of the ones I'm looking over here at, some that I keep, there's some there that could eventually be let go. I was surprised though at how much I got. Pleasantly surprised. So I just grabbed a box. I'm not going to show everything. I'm going to kind of just go look and see what looks instantly interesting. So right away, another from the punk rock days, Instant Agony, Fashion Parade. Some of these are not from my original punk collection, but they were some that I inherited from my Japanese friends. That's one. Here's another one that I got from them. Instigators. On Super 7, which has some interesting other singles, including an early No Effects release. Instigators. I don't know what the story behind this, but I bought this when it came out. Something I read or something that told me I needed to get this, and I'm glad I did. Namen Des Volkes. I don't know who this is. This is real cool. Still really cool. Maybe something like the sound of the band Suicide? Does anyone know about this record? I've had this since it came out in 1978 or 9. Something about it told me to get it, and it to me it's like a classic post-punk single. Im Namen des Volkes. Anybody else have this? Anybody tell me who is this person? Interesting. Couple of those, couple of promos. It's a Beautiful Day, Soapstone Mountain. Got to see them live back in the 70s. They were great. Did Whitebird, it was awesome. Jazz rock prog band, If. I Believe in Rock and Roll. Not one of their better songs. One of those bids to be commercially viable. This was interesting. This is one of the most intense punk bands I've ever seen, from Italy, Indigesti. They came through America, and I got to see them and picked this up. This is rare. I freaked the band out because they were obviously not used to being around black people. After the show, and I bought the single, I came up to them and wanted to get it signed, and they were literally frightened of me. They were frightened. And I had to get the manager, who, did I know the manager? Somehow I found out who the manager was, to talk to him and say, hey, I just want to get my record signed. And then everything was cool. Racism is so weird and stupid. And it won't die. That's what sucks. It won't go away. Inflatable Boy Clams on Subterranean Records. When this stuff was happening, the DIY anyone can do it ethic was really speaking to me. And it was the times. And so I could really get into people who had strong ideas, maybe not so much talent. That comes to mind when I think about this record. I can't remember what it sounds like, but that's probably what it was like. Inflatable Boy Clams. Oh, here's an Interpol single. The Heimlich Maneuver. Interpol. People send me stuff, so I don't know what you'll know, but this was sent to me by this artist, In Tall Buildings. And it's pretty good. I have an Iron Maiden single. Not sure how I ended up with this, but Can I Play with Madness? It's not a import, it's a US copy. I like it. I Start Counting. My Translucent Hands. This is a cool song. One of the lesser known bands on the Mute label, leastways here in America. Maybe they did okay in England, I don't know. But I heard that on a radio show and I said, oh, this is cool. Let me find it. When the baggy thing happened, I liked Inspiral Carpets, so I just have a few of theirs. Come Back Tomorrow. Island Head EP. I have some 12 inches of the earlier stuff. Joe. There's some good songs. Here's Flexidisc by Inspiral. Yeah, Joe. Live, I think. And then this is a great song. This is How It Feels. To me, this song is like a classic pop song. It is. It's just a great song. A few more. I'm not going to do this whole box. Just a few more. But just to kind of show the variety that I have. I do have a variety of stuff. Mountain Song by Jane's Addiction. Yeah, I like them. Song, live. They were a knockout live. They were powerful. Jean-Paul Sartre Experience from either Australia or New Zealand. Good stuff. Jesus and Mary Chain. I love rock and roll. I don't have those early singles. When they first came out, there was like, oh boy, what is this? Jasmine Minks, Pure. See, I was hot on the heels of the indie scene internationally throughout 70s, 80s, 90s, just throughout. Just always interested what's going on. This is fantastic. I love both sides of this. Quincy Jones, Razzamatazz. This is an import single off of the album, The Dude. I love the album, The Dude. And the B-side I like even better, Velas. It's just wonderful. It's the kind of music, and you could tell that this is how it was for Quincy. When this music was playing, everything was all right. Even if it wasn't, everything was all right. Check that song out, Velas. Here's a promo that I picked up. That's how I have it. Elton John and Leon Russell. Hey Ahab, if it wasn't for bad. That's why I have that. I got it for free. Here's one from Subterranean Records. Mike Fox, who was their engineer in the beginning days of Subterranean, I befriended. He was also in the band, Code of Honor. He ended up in Omaha when he was trying to dry out off of drugs, and we became good friends. And he gave me a bunch of these records. They're pretty collectible now. The Jars, West Coast, early early punk. And then here is a collectible single. You've seen me show the psychedelic album July. It's very collectible. The members of Jade Warrior started there. Well, I have a promo single from that album, American Promo. Hello, Who's There? Backed with The Way. And these songs are on that album. I found this years ago, before I knew who July was. I got it for 10 cents. And then someone sent this to me. I'm thinking of you when I show this, Michael Dawson. This is one of those cool import singles with the picture sleeve. Jeronimo, Time Ride and Sunshine. Pretty cool to have a Belafonte 7-inch. It was a very good label for psychedelia. Bands like Nectar are on this label. Here's a single. Bacillus Belafonte, Xian are also on that label. Some cool stuff. A few more. I don't have the picture sleeve, but this is the Jam, Strange Town, Butterfly Collector. Always like that song. And this one too, Going Underground. I don't have the picture sleeves, but I have the records, Going Underground. And then yes, I like the band Japan. I'll stop with these next two, after these next two entries. David Sylvian and Japan, Ryuichi Sakamoto, Yellow Magic Orchestra. Those are my dudes, so I have a few, not a lot. I'd collect more, I would. Visions of China by Japan, with a beautiful B-side, Taking Islands in Africa, which features Sakamoto prominently. Amazing bass players. Gone Too Soon. Mick Karn. Sensitive single. The project that Mick Karn did with Peter Murphy from Bauhaus, Dolly's Car. The object is the mirror. The judgment is the mirror. So I have the 7-inch, and then it came out. I came across a picture disc, so I grabbed it. Another picture disc of a beautiful song by Japan, Ghosts. They really matured from where they started, being a trashy glam band. They really turned into something amazing and unique. Night Porter. The music as well as the look. Life in Tokyo. What were they calling David Sylvian for a while in the press? The most beautiful man in rock. And he definitely inspired the look of a lot of what Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, and many others. European Sun, Japan. Two more. Gentlemen Take Polaroids. Great song. This is when they really started to really come together. And a badass song. Japanese pressing of The Art of Parties. Very killer song. Last thing I'll show, and it's with a little bit of sadness, because I used to have a very collectible Joy Division, and I sold it, the factory sampler. I got money for it, but even then, even when I sold it, it was like that other warm leatherette. Even when I sold it, I kind of knew I was messing up. I got money, but I still kind of realized I probably should have kept that. I have a 7-inch of Love Will Tear Us Apart. Classic song. I also have Transmission and Novelty on 7-inch. And I have the Flexi. I made my own picture sleeve for it. Komakino. Yeah, the Komakino Flexi disc. I have that. So yeah, record collecting is fun. It's nerdy. Takes up a lot of space. Records get dusty and shit. But it's brought me a lot of entertainment, enjoyment, and enrichment and education over the years. I really have learned a lot about people and life through music and diving into the music and cultures of other parts of the world. Music's been a very wonderful window in that sense, so I love it. And I enjoy sharing it with you. Okay, take care.